January 27, 1959. 10 young, experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, led by the seasoned 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, set out on a Category 3, the most difficult, winter expedition in the northern Ural Mountains. Their ambitious goal was to ski over 300 kilometers and summit Mount Otterten, a name whispered to mean, "Don't go there." What unfolded was not just a tragedy, but a perplexing enigma that has baffled investigators and captivated the world for over 6 decades. The group was a skilled and enthusiastic mix of engineers, physicists, and athletes. They meticulously documented their journey with cameras and shared their thoughts in personal diaries. On February 1st, they established a campsite on the slopes of Kolatsiakal, meaning Mountain of the Dead in the Mansi language, a name that would later take on an eerie significance. They were behind schedule but determined to press on. This would be the last known location anyone saw them alive. When they failed to send their prearranged telegram to their sports club by February 12th, concern mounted. A search party, initially composed of fellow students and instructors, was dispatched on February 20th. The discovery they made would send chills down the spines of investigators and fuel endless speculation. On February 26th, the search party stumbled upon their abandoned campsite. The tent was eerily silent, partially collapsed, and ripped open in several places. Disturbingly, the cuts appeared to have been made from within. The hikers' warm clothing, boots, and essential gear were left behind, suggesting a sudden and panicked evacuation into the brutal sub-zero temperatures. Following these tracks, the searchers found the first 2 bodies on February 27th near a large cedar tree. Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonishenko were lightly dressed and barefoot. Branches on the cedar tree were broken, suggesting someone had climbed it, perhaps to look for something or someone. Both men showed signs of hypothermia. Days later, the bodies of Igor Dyatlov, Zinaida Kolmogorova, and Rustem Slobodin were found in positions suggesting they were attempting to return to the tent. Slobodin had a fractured skull, but it was deemed non-fatal. It wasn't until May 4th that the remaining 4 members were discovered in a ravine, about 75 meters from the cedar tree. These findings were the most shocking. Nikolai Thibault Brignol had a severely fractured skull. Lyudmila Dubinina had fractured ribs and was missing her tongue, eyes, part of her lips, and soft tissue of her face. Alexander Kolovatov also had severe internal injuries. Their clothing showed significantly higher levels of beta radiation than the others. The official Soviet investigation concluded that the deaths were caused by an unknown compelling force. This vague and unsatisfactory explanation only fueled more questions and gave birth to a multitude of theories. The case was quickly closed and the files sealed, adding to the air of mystery and suspicion. Over the decades, the Dyatlov Pass incident has become a legendary enigma, spawning countless theories. An avalanche, though initially considered, doesn't fully explain the tent's cuts, the scattered bodies, or the specific injuries. Secret military experiments in the area were rumored, with some suggesting sonic weapons or parachute mine tests. Infrasound, generated by wind or industrial activity, has been proposed as a cause for panic and disorientation. The Cold War era also fueled more outlandish theories, including encounters with unidentified flying objects. Initially, suspicion fell on the local Mansi people, but this was quickly dismissed by investigators. In recent years, renewed interest and advancements in forensic science have led to further investigations. A 2021 study proposed that a small delayed slab avalanche, combined with unusual terrain that allowed the hikers to walk away before it fully slid, could explain some aspects of the tragedy. Computer simulations suggested that the specific blunt force injuries could be consistent with falls on ice and rocks after fleeing the tent. However, even this more plausible theory doesn't fully account for all the anomalies, particularly the missing tongue and eyes of Lyudmila Dubinina and the elevated radiation levels. These details continue to fuel debate and keep the mystery alive. "66 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most perplexing and unsettling mysteries of the 20th century. While scientific advancements offer potential explanations for some of the events, the full truth of what happened on that frozen mountainside may never be definitively known. The story serves as a chilling testament to the unpredictable power of nature and the enduring human quest to understand the unknown. What are your thoughts on the Dyatlov Pass incident? What do you believe happened to these 10 young hikers? Share your theories and insights in the comments below.